Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to game number 14 of the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship. This game, the championship final, features the Humber College Hawks and les Indiens du Collège Ahuntsic. Here's the starting 11 for the Humber Hawks. Goalkeeper Carmen Singh. Number 3, Riley Perazzo. Number 6, Stavros Badunas. Number 8, Nicholas Machado. Number 9, J. Neil Hoylett. Number 10, Federico Leal. Number 11, Cody Green. Number 14, Julian Mullen. Number 18, Mark Maderos. Number 22, Alex Baez. And number 23, Luca Baldassare. The head coach of the Hawks is Mike Aquino. Voici la formation des Indiens du Collège Ahuntsic. Numéro 12, Kodzo Maunyo Ludwig Emla. Numéro 2, Isan André. Numéro 6, Charles Auguste. Numéro 14, Abiz Mazoui Bakayoko. Numéro 5, Bilal Bouchmeya. Numéro 4, Quentin Bourget. Le numéro 1, Marc-Antoine Chaudry. Le numéro 3, Zachary Cyr. Le numéro 11, Antoine Henry. Le numéro 20, Moïse Lepognou. Et le numéro 21, Amin Zuhil Takdam. Officials for this gold medal match include referee Marco Kalich, assistant referees Philip Betez Casey and Jason Vancourt. The fourth official is Corey Deagle. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd ask you please rise if you are able to for the playing of our national anthem. Presenting the flag is Hurricanes women's soccer player Mackenzie LeBlanc.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, where we've reached the gold medal game at the Terry Fox Sports Complex in Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, the national championship game between Humber College of Ontario and l'Indien Ahuntsic, the champions of the Quebec Conference this past season. Referee today is Marco Kalich from Manitoba. The Indiens in their all-black uniforms, and the Humber College Hawks wearing all white with some blue trim. Nick, you and I have been looking forward to this one all week. I'm John Morrison along with Nick Murray for the final today. Two teams that have risen to the top in this tournament so far. We're expecting some really good, classy soccer for those at home watching this one, wherever you are in the country, for this national championship, Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association final game. It's been a great tournament for us to do. I'm sure you folks at home have been watching it and enjoying the quality of the soccer we're seeing. Nick, how do you see this one unfolding?
Well, I mean, this is, who knows? I mean, both of these teams got through to this by winning penalty shootouts. It just shows how close this competition has been all week. The Humber Hawks may be the team of destiny. They've got through twice on penalties, but we've both been very impressed with the Indiens, Ahuntsic. So we're all ready to go. Referee Kalic is going to get us underway. And it's the Humber Hawks playing from right to left. And immediately the ball's played forward. Knocked in by Andre. Here's Henri. And it's just going to stay in front of us. Amler and Badunas are going to battle for that ball. Ball's played in, bit of a miss hit there from Lille, and Machado knocks it back to Green, back into Leal, but Bouchemeller is there. Here's Boucher. Ball's still in over on the far side there. Valdesare tries to flick it off, but Auguste is there, and an early touch for goalkeeper Chaudhry. It's Andre. Looks for some options, but he's under pressure immediately there, and good play by Hoylet. Ball's played back. Here's Lille on his left foot. Ball crowded out though. Badunas sends it high into the sky. Bit of a wind going there, John, and it's swirling around still, although these are far better conditions than we've seen for the rest of the day so far.
Yeah, it's been raining here on Prince Edward Island most of the day. It has slackened off. It's a little bit cool. Wind blowing from left to right on your screen.
Flicked on there as Medeiros out to Green. Oh, Green's beaten in possession there by Bouger, and that's something for Amler to see what he can do. He's got Medeiros and he's round him. Good play there by Amler. What's he going to do? Singh comes out. And Singh got a piece of the ball, and it goes behind for a corner kick.
Nice piece of goaltending there. Indiens can get on you so quickly. They're so athletic, Nick, and they get up the field so quickly. When they turn the ball over in midfield, before you know it, they're knocking on the door in your 18-yard box. You've really got to be alert to the speed and athletic ability of Indiens here.
It's a good run by Amler. It's going to be Bouger with the corner kick, and I can see right now there's a bit of leaning in by might be centre back Takdam, trying to get in the goalkeeper Singh's skin there, but he's. Referee
distractions,
Kalic. Yep. And is it Mullin there trying to keep him away from the goalkeeper? But
Mpungu is trying to get in front of the keeper.
Ball's come in.
Good header out.
Push in, says referee Kalic, making sure that there's no question that he saw it. Whistle goes, and it's going to be a free kick. Not in the right place. Get back, says ref Kalic. And there we go again. Here's Badunas, who settled in nicely into that centre-back slot there, John, after Fayoun was red-carded in the last game. That handball on the goal line sees him miss the game this afternoon. Unfortunate for him. But Badunas, and it was Badunas who scored that last dramatic last-second equaliser to take the game to penalties.
I think both these schools are pretty deep, Nick. They can call on one another to come up and do the job.
Trying to go through. That should run through to Singh. Goalkeeper Singh there in his bright pink jersey and bright pink socks.
Can't miss him.
No, and goalkeeper Chaudhry in sort of a limey green.
You can see the ball hanging that 35-kilometer-an-hour wind we're getting from left to right here on your screen.
The flags, but it's certainly not as bad as the some of the wind we saw on the first couple of days. It certainly created some problems, and it'll be a free kick to Ahuntsic. Here's Auguste. Lampungo. He of the missing jersey, wearing number 20 when he should be number 7. Wonder if it's turned up yet, John.
It's probably turned into a lucky jersey for him now.
I think he won't be wanting it back after this tournament if they win the gold medal. Oh, and looked a little bit dramatic there by Baez, but I think he got the free kick. Goes back there to Badunas.
I like the way these fullbacks in this competition are very good on the ball. They take their time to get a look in. They don't seem to be in any hurry to get the ball up the field. They like to be able to start something from the back.
Well, some good midfield players with great technique. Leal is certainly one of them, and there's another one. Nicholas Machado. There's Green on the far side.
2 or 3 touches, and they switched the whole play over to the right side there. Isn't that beautiful to watch?
Bakayoko wins that challenge. Medeiros has to play that back to the goalkeeper. Singh knocks it out to Mullin.
Nicely done there.
Julian Mullin, third-year student from Brampton, Ontario. One of a number of Brampton natives in the team today for Humber from the Etobicoke area. And that goes back to Andre, it was Andre's header in that dramatic semi-final which rescued his team.
Yeah, I flick one in the corner.
Just when all looked lost. And there it was against the Sheraton Bruins in that fantastic second semi-final. It finished 1-1. It went to penalty shootout. And there's in the end scored all of theirs and won 5-4. But now they've got some defending to do. There's Perazzo. First time we've mentioned him. That's a good drive by Perazzo, and it's not gone out yet. And Hoylett's there. And Chowdhury had to recover.
What a shot and what a save, Nick.
Very good effort that by the number 3, Riley Perazzo. And almost rebounded to number 9, Janeel Hoylett. But Chowdhury was quick off his line to make sure that he could smother the shot. But now it's Ahuntsic who's got some defending to do. A good one swung in, and goalkeeper flat. He didn't get there. The ball's still around, and it's still coming out here. And Padunas it was with the drive, and it just flashed wide of that far post.
Did everything but score.
But certainly a bit of chaos in the goal area there. Goalkeeper Chowdhury came. He didn't get too close to it, I don't think. And in the end, I think it was Padunas who had the shot wide. It was either Padunas or Madeiro. I think it was the number 6. Regardless, it's now a goal kick. It's a good header there by number 22, Alex Baez. This is Medeiros. Takes the ball forward nicely, finds Perazzo. He turns back under pressure. He's going to knock it back to Medeiros. Going to strike it long, looking for
that Baldassare up there on the right side?
Yes, it is, yep. But here's Henri. Moved straight offside, so we had to just check the pass there. Good hard tackle by Bakayoko in the midfield. Here's Mullin. Leal. Given away, though, to Auguste. Here's Lumpangu. Bit of a chip pass, and that came off Mullin last, and that's going to be a throw-in. Halfway inside the Humber half.
Indiens really haven't got the head of steam up here yet that we've been accustomed to watching them play in this tournament. They've been busy, but not dominant.
Certainly not yet.
It's early doors, you never know. In a second or two, we might see them all over Humber College.
The way the games have gone, every time we've called it one way, something else has happened. So. But what we do know, John, is that the 2-0 lead isn't safe today. All 3 games today have had teams race into 2-0 leads, and all 3 games have been pegged back. The last 2, the team that did go up 2-0 ended up losing the game. So
that's right. We just saw it in the bronze medal game.
We saw it the game before that as well. So
Sheridan defeating Capilano Blues by a score of 6-2 in the bronze medal game. So if Humber wins, we've got 2 Ontario champions, bronze and gold.
But the Quebec champions are going to have a lot to say about that. There's Machado battling with Auguste, touched off. It's played forward by Lumpangu. Oh, miscontrol by Auguste, back to Lumpangu. Nice ball there, flicked off by Amler. And he goes into the corner. Padunas is going to come across and
shield that one off nicely.
Make sure there's no danger.
One of the things I'm noticing about Humber, Nick, is that if the door isn't open ahead of them, they're in no rush. They'll just move it back and restart it again. They don't want to try and force it. If there's nothing there, they're going to go back and reload it and rework it and see if they can find that opening to get the ball into the midfield and attack the Indien back line.
Bit of a foul there by Bouger. It's a bit of a late one on. I think he left one on Medeiros. Just trod on his toe, I think, or just the top of his foot. Yeah.
No protection in your boots for that.
He's green. Bit of a giveaway there by Green. We haven't said that too often this week, but Baez was across and made sure that Zachary Sear was stopped in his tracks. Bakayoko back to Sear. Headed away. Baez is there, played forward by Auguste. And Medeiros clears it out. Pretty good crowd here for the final game.
There is. Some folks may have traveled down from Quebec for this one and Ontario.
Get up, says referee Kalic. And now is Hoylett. No, he was expecting,
nobody home.
He was expecting a run that didn't happen. Hoylett, nice play there. Good tackle by Mpungu.
Not quite sure what the Ahuntsic bench is telling his guys, but it sounds serious. He's barking at them in French, telling me he wants to see more.
Thrown in by Mullin. There's Hoylett. Knocked over by Auguste, but that's going to be, and he wins the throw as well.
Haven't seen many people be able to knock over that Hoylett. Boy, he's a tough customer.
He is, yeah, big, powerful guy. Listed as 5'11". He looks a bit taller than that. Very muscular and broad around the shoulders. Here's Padunas. That's going to go back to Singh.
He's got his work cut out for him there with AMLA.
He does, but he's had a good tournament, the number 6. Padunas, he looks very assured on the ball, reads the game very well. And that's away by Medeiros.
Talking to Coach Rougier before the game got underway, his son Quentin is playing in the game. And we were chatting a little bit about coaching your son. It's something I did when I was younger, and it's not an easy thing to do. Sometimes you have to be dad, and sometimes you have to be coach, and it's hard to separate the two and have your son understand what you're trying to do.
I think certainly in his case there, where he's certainly one of the team's better players as well, John. He's had a good tournament. You know, a lot of their chances rests on his shoulders this afternoon. The younger Bourgier, and obviously the decisions that Coach Bourgier makes as well. Well determined how this, where this gold medal goes. Nice clearance by Mullin, headed on by Auguste. Bit of a miscontrol by Henri. Then came Leal. Bakayoko's in there and he wins it. Comes back to Mpungu.
He's got room to run.
He does, but he decides just to go to Amler, who's going to try and cut in from this right-hand flank. Flicked on by Henri, back to Amler. That's not a bad cross. Got across it, just a little bit too deep though for Bourgier, and he blocks the clearance.
Into the Fry's truck. Almost went into the Cavendish Farms Fry's truck there in the far corner.
Notice it hasn't been open today, John. It would have probably done good business, but there hasn't been too many people here, so maybe the owner, maybe he or she called that one right. Anyway, Singh's going to take this kick right-footed. Just holds up a little bit in the wind, but he almost gets to the halfway. Foul by Bakayoko, running into the back of Baez.
Take a moment to thank the sponsors of this national championship here on Prince Edward Island, including the federal government honoring Canada's war veterans, this being the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. Veterans Affairs Canada marking that 100-year anniversary, taking part in this tournament today and honoring our veterans.
Absolutely, John. It's and again, I think it's worth mentioning again just what a fantastically well-run tournament this has been. Huge credit to Athletics Director Albert Roach here at Holland College and his team for the wonderful work that they've done this last 4 days, making everybody feel so welcome. They've looked after us incredibly well.
We could get used to this kind of treatment, Nick.
We could. We don't get it everywhere we go, that's for certain. But more importantly, we hope... Oh, that was a strong challenge. No, says referee.
Got the ball.
Bouger on the floor. And there's a tussle over on the far side, so things starting to heat up just a little bit. As we probably expect after 15 minutes of sparring, and there's 2 players down right now.
Some of the other sponsors we're glad to have with us this week include Adidas, Veraburn, 4Print Canada, Soccer Canada, WestJet, Jostens Jewelry, and Kahunaverse Sports. They've been pitching in to help organizers put on this terrific event this week on Prince Edward Island.
No, it has. It's been absolutely first class, and we hope you've enjoyed us bringing you the games, viewing the games on Facebook. We certainly enjoyed reading some of the comments. We thank you for those. Good, bad, or indifferent. We do appreciate you tuning in and enjoying the games. No, that's gone out there.
Yeah. I always like to see a defender not jump in, just jockey and be patient, and very often the attacking player will make a mistake, and you've done your job.
Baez plays it down the line. Bushamela there with the tackle. No score as we come up to just past the 15-minute mark. Both sides settled into this game now, I think, John.
Yeah, it's been a saw-off. What have we played? 15, 16 minutes.
A goal will soon change the complexion of this, but right now it's pretty tight. A misunderstanding there between Andre and Lumpungo, and that's going to be a throw-in to the Hawks.
Kind of competition you expect from both sides in the gold medal game. A little cagey, pretty tight defending. No real good openings.
So the half chances for both teams. Goalkeeper Chowdhury called into action early on. Here's Baez. Turns away from Henri into Hoylett. Holds the ball up there. Here's Leal looking for some options ahead. He's going to run into some traffic here, and he does. And Auguste brings the ball away into Bougier. Nice ball there. That's going to ask a lot of Amla, though, and Singh is quickly off his line and clears. Good goalkeeping there by Singh. And Andre seems to be over the back of Hoylett. Nothing doing there, and the Humber Hawks still trying to keep it going. Baldassare goes wide to Perazzo. What's he going to do here? Shown a lot to the defender, and that's well played there by Bushmiller and Sear. Between the two of them, they got that away, and that's in the end that's going to run through again to goalkeeper Carmen Singh. And here's Mullin to the midfield for Baez, who's seen lots of the ball in this opening 15 to 16 minutes. Medeiros back to Green. And just saying again, the conditions for this final, it's like they've just saved the best till the last. Not only do we have the best 2 teams, but we've got the best weather that we've had from the previous 14 games. So
no rain. Not really too cold.
No,
it is still a little bit windy, though. I guess that's the only negative.
It is, but I think we probably feel it up here a little bit more than they do on the field. There's Henri. Flicked on by Amla. He got a little bit of a clip around the ear from Badunas for his trouble.
Yeah. Sometimes when you're playing at the back and you get an opportunity to let an attacking player, a stylish player like Amla there, to know that you're here, it makes him think twice before he turns. So that was a sort of a hello, I'm here, nice to meet you deal there from Badunas.
Yeah, absolutely. It's always used to be the way, sort of going back a bit. It's like defenders were always allowed one before the referee stepped in. It's changed now, of course, but that was always the way the game used to sort of develop. You know, a defender was allowed a bit of a sly one on a striker, and they'd say no more. But now you're not really given that opportunity. It's going to be a free kick. Here's Auguste driven in. It's not a great one. It's cleared by Mullin. Sear's going to retrieve that one on the far side. He does so. He keeps it in. He's going to knock it in. Try to find Bougier. It's cleared by Medeiros. Baldassare does well. Head chested down. Here's Machado. Goes back to Badunas. Amler comes across, but there's no great pressure on the back line. Medeiros goes to Green. Nice play again by Cody Green. That's a good pass as well. This is Leal on the far right-hand side. He's come across. Leal hits it right-footed. It's headed away by Andre. Only as far as Perazzo. He's going to try and send it in right-footed. He does. Oh, and I think it was... Andre just got a touch on that and took it away from the strikers. And now Amler. No, that's too far ahead of him.
Yeah.
And that's gone through to goalkeeper Singh. Here's Badunas. To Molly.
He's got Baez there if he can get it to him.
Just knocked it off Henri, and he's going to take the throw. Goes down the line looking for Hoylett. Got Andre for company. Hoylett cuts inside to Baez. He's going to strike it to the corner of the area. Bit of a misheader there by Sia. And there's his opposite number, Perazzo. He's dancing into the box, sends it in. It's not a bad knock-in, and Andre had to get there ahead of Baldassari. Nice flick on there by Leal with his chest. And it's going to be a throw into the Hawks.
Bit of a chess match here. We've gone almost halfway through the first half. And both sides are struggling to get a foothold. We've seen some nice play back and forth, but no real domination by either team.
Certainly not yet. Perazzo and Sia again are battling on that far-hand side. Sia does well there. Sia rather leaves Perazzo in a heap, but he gives the ball away and, after doing the hard work. And now Hawks are going to try and build again with Leal. Bit of a misdirected pass. He's going to come back out on that far side to Perazzo. Nice turn to Leal. Auguste comes across to make a challenge. And
what we're seeing here, Nick, now as the game is progressing, Humber College is maintaining possession. They're creating some chances more than Lindiens. And Lindiens are trying to counter. Their opportunities have been kind of long and hit and miss counter attempts, while the Humber College Hawks seem more steady, control, possession. They're just kind of pecking away. I can see them getting more opportunities than Lindiens here in the first 45 minutes.
Nice control there by Bouget, beautifully turned away. He's going to try and send this one over to Amler. It's headed away by Green, and Baez completes the clearance. Sia goes down under the challenge of Perazzo. I think those guys are going to have a little bit of a battle this afternoon, John. The two number threes.
The two number threes, yep. Perazzo's been good in this tournament, and so is Sia. They're both quality players.
Auguste gets a knock on the ankle, and he gets the free kick.
Oh, a lot of dissension here. I'm surprised that dissension has become so popular in soccer. There's so much chatting back to the referee. I'd like to see less of that.
Well, you'll always get that, I think, whenever there's a decision. You always get a moan and a groan, as long as it's not too personal and directed at the refs. They know how much they're allowed to, how much leeway they're allowed to give. Auguste tries. It's not a bad effort.
Yeah.
Had the wind behind his back and thought he might see if he could test that goalkeeper Singh. In the end, it just went over the crossbar. Ooh, that's a poor pass.
Short one.
Oh, and Amler's just drilled it wide, and Green and Singh are having an argument as to, but Green left his goalkeeper a little bit short there, and in the end, Amler was quickly in, but he couldn't direct his shot into the net. Singh was beaten.
I don't know what Singh said to him, but it was probably something like, "What were you thinking?"
Certainly, Cody Green's been one of the star performers for the Humber Hawks in this tournament so far. We certainly enjoyed his goal celebrations after he scored the winning penalty the other day. I think he did 3 laps of the field before anybody was able to catch him. And there's somebody else who's a bit of a speedster. It's Hoylett. Nicely takes on Andre. Does well. Gets past into the... pulled it back. And Baldassari there. I think he rather snatched at it, John, and hit it with his left foot. And in the end, it just went over the crossbar.
You watch that Hoylett go down the field. He reminds me a little bit of Emil Heskey, the way he approaches the box, gets himself busily right into the box.
Former England and Liverpool striker, for those who may not be familiar.
As old as me, so
Well,
I don't mind. Just
no, Heskey's not too. He's fairly recent. If you were going back too far, though, then you would be showing your age, John. If you were talking about some guys in the past, but Heskey, I think, would be still familiar, I think, to a lot of our viewers. Nice play by Andre. Fireland, pulled back Baez.
Andre's complaining he was getting the elbow there, but I didn't see it.
No, he thought, I think it was just Baez just stepped across him there to shield the ball.
Nice play by him.
Andre pulled him back. And,
so the Indien Ahuntsic are scoreless, and so are the Humber College Hawks. And I think we'd have to give the nod to the Hawks as being a little bit more dangerous. They've been close to knocking on the door a couple of times here, and let's see if they can build on that.
Played by Lumpongo, and as far as Leal. Leal's going to come in if he can. In the end, he's forced to go back to Mollin. Mollin to Baez, rather driven at Machado, and now that allows oh, that's a good ball. No, just a bit too far ahead. They're certainly looking to spring Amler as quickly as they can.
Trying to build on his speed. That long probing ball, hoping to smuggle him in for a shot.
But so far, Singh's playing quite a way out of his penalty area, trying to make sure that he's the sweeper keeper to deal with those situations. Here is Amler on the ball now.
Oops.
Bit of a miscommunication with Auguste, but it's sorted out. Lumpongo's going to come down on the right-hand side. Hoylett tried to cut him off. Boucher couldn't control, and now Green can try and complete the clearance for the Hawks. He does. Hoisted up, looking for Baldassari. He's beaten in the air by Verschmelle. Pulled back there by Boucher. This could be a card. It was a little bit cynical. I wonder what he's going to do here, the referee.
Is this a warning or a card, you think, Nick?
Well, I mean, I think he's certainly giving him a stern warning. I think if it was maybe just a little bit later in the game, where are we now, 26 minutes, I think referee Kalic is still trying to keep a lid on it, trying to keep his cards in his pocket for as long as he can.
He's doing a nice job.
Because I think he'll probably be aware that there'll probably be some fireworks in the second half.
He's a referee that, he's one of those referees that the less he does, the better he gets. You know, very often if a referee can just manage the game and not interfere and slow the game down too much, that's something you like to see from a referee.
And that's what he's trying to do. He's not trying to get involved just when he has to. Here's Hoylett now. Nice
Triple teamed.
Again. Yeah, he was. And it's not a great header. And the ball's come in. It's a chance. Oh, did it go down? It's in. It's a goal. It's a goal. The Humber Hawks have taken the lead. I think it was Perazzo on that side.
Yeah, he was the last one to touch it. And a beautiful ball served in there by Hoylett at the byline. And the Humber Hawks have jumped off to a 1-0 lead after 27 minutes in the first half. The gold medal game here from Cornwall, Prince Edward Island, where the Canadian Collegiate Athletic Association is holding its National Men's Soccer Championships.
And I think you were saying, John, they have been knocking on the door quite a bit. And indeed, it was Perazzo, Hoylett, who's causing some danger down on this left-hand flank, as he has all weekend. So, a goal in the 27th minute. And now it's definitely game on. How are the Indiens going to respond to that? It was great play there on the left by Hoylett. The ball came across. It bounced around for a bit. And Perazzo it was who was following up at the far post. Knock it past goalkeeper Chowdhury. So now it's going to be interesting. Ooh, I felt that one.
That's the number. Is that the number 3? No, that was Green in that tackle.
That was Green. We've said before that we've been impressed with Green. He certainly likes a tackle, and I think Zachary's here. He's up.
He picked his spot there.
But I think we felt the press box shudder when that one went in. It was a good hard challenge, no foul.
Good to see it not whistled down too.
Yeah, it was. Nothing wrong with a good strong challenge, and that's what it was. And now Leal and the Hawks, you think, have got a little bit of wind in their sails right now.
Yeah.
Here's Auguste.
Previously in the tournament, we saw Ahuntsic playing wide open and a pretty scary attacking play, but they haven't been able to muster much of that today.
Here's Lumpongo. He's one who's not really had a chance to get forward yet, looking for the run of Henri, and he's been fairly quiet. Well marshalled by Badunas.
I don't know what the possession is. We don't have the facility here to measure possession, but Nick, I'd say it's something like maybe 65-35 for Humber, and that's telling here in the first half. They're the ones that have been threatening the Ahuntsic net, and they've found themselves a goal. They're ahead 1-0 here after about 30 minutes of play.
The Quebec champions bench is getting a little bit excited below us to our left. You might be able to pick that up on our microphones.
I don't know how you say it in French, but he's trying to jack his guys up. He's trying to get them going.
And a mistake there by Andre, and he's let Hoylett run at him again. And once again, number 9 has done great to get the ball into Baldassari. He manages to find Leal. Bougier is under his feet trying to get him, but Leal's managed to squeeze away. Andre clears. Good pressure there by the Humber Hawk strikers. Green knocks it in. It's going to cause a problem here for Lumpongo. No, he got his head on it. Into Henri, who's been well marshalled by Mullin this afternoon, John. The number 14's done a great job on the number 11. Yep, and well played in by Badunas, who I think's had a fantastic tournament as well. Here's Medeiros. Goes wide, Green. Chips it down the line, looking for the goal scorer, Perazzo.
The supporters, the Quebec supporters down from Montreal for this game on the far side. We heard them singing "Allez, allez," and trying to get the Indiens to go, go, go.
Certainly excited after that penalty shootout win on Thursday. Here's Lumpongo trying to find, and he's just found Sia now with a little bit of option to run. What's he going to do here? Runs into Green, but the ball rebounds to Bouger. Held up by Medeiros. Good skill over there by Bouger. Good battle going on. Trying to fight his way through. He still got it. He goes down. Nothing doing, says referee.
Won the ball cleanly.
And now it's it's
maybe we'll get those. Maybe we'll get those Quebec supporters from Montreal singing that Seven Nation Army in French for us again, that they were singing after Indiens qualified for this gold medal game earlier in the week.
Dun, 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 it was certainly an excited. I don't think you need to carry on with the singing, John. I think they were a bit more tuneful than you are at this moment. Bouchamela goes back to Andre. Amler, who's disappeared in the last 5 or 10 minutes. I haven't really seen a whole lot of him since he had that good opportunity for that mix-up at the back between Green and goalkeeper Singh. Lumpongo, he's going to go back to Andre. Good tackle again by Mullin. He's had a
good example of the play we've seen from him today, Nick.
Lumpongo tries to work his way, but again, it's Mullin that's there. A nice little jink pass to Hoylett. And he did, he was just clipped by Andre.
A little bit more pressing from Indiens now as they are down 1-0. They're starting to press a little higher in the game and trying to win the ball in the Humber Hawks half of the field. They haven't been able to work their way into shooting range in the last several minutes. They just haven't found the range.
Goalkeeper Singh. Across the line to Medeiros, to Badunas. Gets the call from Mullin, and Mullin's just in front of us here. It's going to go back to Badunas. Tries it left-footed. Bit of a miscontrol that time by Leal. The few times we've said that this week. Here's Henri, who's been pretty quiet so far. The number 11, he really hasn't had a chance to get into this game just yet.
I think this is a step up in competition for the Quebec champs.
Well, they came past the Sheridan Bruins in that last great game, and that was a wonderful match. And Auguste drives one. There's danger. It's always danger when he's on the ball.
Yeah.
The Bruins who won the gold medal. That was, they had to dig deep in that game. The Indiens managed to squeak through on penalties, scored all of their penalties.
This one a little more cagey, a little slower. Not quite as frantic as what we've seen earlier in the tournament.
may well change in the second half if it stays 1-0. If they go 2 down, then they've got a real problem. But they don't need to do anything too silly just yet. Once again, it's Green seeing the opportunity for it. Chives in. Baez.
Look at that. Nice play there.
Runs into trouble, though, and it's Auguste who picks it up. Nice drag back there. Beautiful play by the number 6, who's a real craftsman. He's on the ball. Here's Andre. This is better. Henri. He wants to take on Mullins. He sends it in right-footed. And Dan was on the end of it. Good defending, though. Baldassarre's got two for company, and Andre is going to knock that back to the goalkeeper as we come up to 10 minutes left in this first half. And we've said it, I think, in every game we've done, John, but the half has just flown by.
I know. What have we got left here? About 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly. I don't think we've had a game all week that's dragged or has been in anything less than interesting.
Humber has been in position at every opportunity that Ahuntsic and Indiens have had. The Humber Hawks have been able to counter it. They just haven't quite figured out their approach, the one that will work. They're nibbling away here, though. Auguste with a nice setup.
Amler now with a little bit of space if he can pull the ball across. Badunas came across and got something on it. And Leal tries to complete the clearance with a nice touch over to Hoylett, who does well. Auguste goes down and actually wins the ball. Lumpongo's there. He's waiting for support, though, and he has to go back to Sear over on the left-hand side. Here's Bakayoko. Back to Andre.
Indiens trying to finish off the half strongly. Trying to build something here as the time runs out.
Sear over on the far side to Bouger. Flicked off by Bakayoko, but a good challenge that came in there. My goodness, that was a good tackle. They just seem to be winning a lot of the 50-50s as well, the Humber Hawks. Henry dives in, and so Hoylett wanted a foul. He didn't get one. Here's let's. Oops, that's a foul on Amler, and it was a little bit agricultural, shall we say, by Baez. Rather dived in on the number 12 for Ahuntsic.
That's another way of saying he got plowed into, I guess.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was wasn't much attempt to play the ball there. He's trying to plead his case, Baez, but I'm not really sure what he can say to referee Kalic that might even remotely change his mind on a challenge like that. But there's an opportunity here for Bouger to provide a quality ball into the penalty area.
Kalic trying to get Hoylett to go back 10 yards. Singh in the net there is trying to organize his guys so that he's got his post covered.
Singh and Hoylett are getting into an argument here. Yeah. Singh was trying to move him into position and basically accused Hoylett of not listening. Anyway, Boucher's going to knock it. Somebody's gone down, and there's an infringement.
Oh, looks like Green may be down there. He was getting treatment. He struggled earlier in the tournament.
No, it's not Green.
Oh, it's not?
No.
We saw him
Green.
We saw him. Oh, there's a little bit of afters there.
A bit of argy-bargy between, looks like Takdam and Badunas. The original foul, I think, was by Bushmela. Not quite sure who it is that's down. It might be either Leal or Baez, I believe. Just looking around the field right now. I think it's Leal that's down injured.
It's Andre in the back line there of Indiens. He's trying to get his guys going. Come on, you've got a couple of minutes to go. Let's get it going. You can almost tell what he's telling them. More. He wants to see more, the captain.
Actually, it was, I think it's Machado that's injured. So the last thing that the Humber Hawks need is for him to go off.
Even momentarily.
See the referee writing something down. I didn't see a card come out there, but maybe we'll try and clarify that at halftime if there was a card shown.
I'm not sure. I didn't see. He did go down pretty heavily. He was down for a bit, so he may have been fouled, but I didn't see the cards come out either, Nick.
Certainly something writing, but I think Machado's going to be okay.
Yeah, he's ready to go back in.
There's Badunas, yeah. Well, actually, it was Perazzo. We were wrong there totally. It is Perazzo. It was number 3, so it was Perazzo that just switched wings for the moment. Goal scorer Perazzo. And that's going to be a throw in, though, to Ahuntsic. It's Andre trying to get forward as much as possible, doing well there, but he's run into a brick wall.
Perazzo's recovered perfectly. Now he seems to be back on his feet and no problem. None the worse for wear after being down for about a minute.
Kalic now wants a word with Auguste, and yep, certainly the temperature is rising, certainly amongst the Indiens players at the moment. They want to spend more time, I think, talking to the referee than maybe trying to get back into this game.
Got to keep your focus, keep your concentration. You're here to play soccer, not to yap at the referee.
Played by Andre. Played long, looking for Amler. Badunas is going to just watch that back to Singh, and Singh there took a bit of a heavy touch, and Amler thought he had an opportunity, and he touched the goalkeeper. So, of course, you do that these days, and the whistle goes.
Singh was a little slow to get to that one. I think Amler thought he had an opportunity.
And I think he did, to be fair. I mean, and now Amler's getting a word, and he's saying, well, ref, he miscontrolled the ball a bit.
Yeah, I had a chance. It wasn't in his hands.
That's right. That's right. But we know that's those days definitely have long gone. That's flicked on, looking for Perazzo. He's going to just change wings, and it's once more it's Andre that's across quickly to deal with the danger as we come up to 41 minutes.
Humber Hawks will be glad to see out the first half with a 1-0 lead. And Indiens from Quebec are hoping to get on the scoreboard and go in at halftime all square 1-1. So we'll see if they can find their way to do that.
Mullen with the throw down the line.
Nice shielding there, Nick.
Here's Mullen. Nice flick on Perazzo. In by Baez. See, rather misjudges it a bit, and Hoylett's now over on the far side. And trying to run his way through, and he's going to win a corner, is he? Yes, he is.
I think so, yeah.
Double ricochet.
I think Hoylett's a little bit too physical and quick and good on the ball.
It's going to be a real mismatch in size if he's running against Sia for the rest of this half. But Sia proved in that last game there that he can take on the biggest and come out on top. But they've got some defending to do again. It's drifted in.
Oh, nice.
I think it was Takdam that got his head on it. Badunas knocks it in. And Chowdhury is able to pick that one up.
Mullen, a no-nonsense left back.
That's a good ball looking down the line there. Headed by Chowdhury. By Singh, rather, and he clears it. Machado, nice turn back there.
Over the top, bit of a waste after all that work on the edge of the box. A little bit of pressing now from Humber here.
It's played long. And there's an opportunity here for Lumpongo. He's going to run in, and he steers his shot wide of that post. I think it was a challenge by Medeiros that came over. just put him off, and he's hurt.
Yeah. Bit of a breather. Chance for us to talk a little bit about our sponsors again. Adidas being one of them this week. They can have a moment to talk a little bit about Adolf and Rudolf Dassler, who go back to the 1920s in Germany. Herzogenaurach in Germany, where Adolf Dassler started a shoe company. And he and his brother Rudolf got into a bit of a battle. Adolf went on to call his company Adidas. And his brother Rudolf went on to form his own company after a bit of an argument with his brother. And we know that second company as Puma. So Adidas started out as Adolf Dassler in Germany in 1924. Started out making sports equipment and shoes. And today they're a major sponsor for our tournament here this week. And we're glad they succeeded in being so successful back then. Who's that came off there, Nick? Was that Medeiros? Was it?
Medeiros, yep. Sing's going to play this one down.
Hammered that into the center circle.
Didn't see any indication from the referee how long there is going to be left in this first half, but we are now into the added time. The referee has added on. Ball's played in. There's Takdam. That's well intercepted. Here's Perazzo, the goal scorer, trying to find Machado. He lets it run. Oiler's going to make a run on the left-hand side of him, but Andre is there. Sends it in.
Chase the finish here.
Goalkeeper Chowdhury rather flaps at it. He did get something on it, though, which was important. Bit of a loose touch, though, by Boucher. And it's picked up, and that's not going to reach Hoylett. Good play there by Lumpongo. Plays the ball long, looking for, now is he going to get there? Ooh, good challenge. Well played by Singh. And again, Amla was, I think he was entitled to go for that from here. You know, goalkeeper Singh came out of his penalty area.
I think Singh was second on the ball there.
He was the one that was, coming onto the ball, and Amla was running onto it.
Singh's going to be all right, though. I think he was just dazed momentarily there. It's a lesson for young viewers here today. Goalkeepers coming out, they've got to protect themselves. They can't touch the ball with their hands outside the box, and so they have to either throw a boot or a chest or a head at it. And I think that's what Singh was forced to do with the onrushing Amla. He wasn't sure what he was going to do, and he got beat to the ball. Amla almost got into the box and got himself a shot at tying this game up. I don't know what's going on with that.
Be a throw, I think. There was no foul, so it is going to be a throw to Ahuntsic. Leo comes across. Andre appealing for a handball. He's certainly not going to get that when it's driven at Leal from
6 inches away.
And I think that's being a little bit generous. Takdam, as the halftime whistle goes here in the final, the gold medal game at the CCAA Men's Soccer National Championships, with Humber Hawks leading by a 1-0, scored by number 3, Riley Perazzo. And it's all to play for in the second half, John.
The Indiens have not been able to, they're not accustomed to this. They're not getting their way. Their athleticism has not been enough for them to get it on the score sheet here. And a well-deserved 1-0 halftime lead, Nick, for the Humber College Hawks.
Indeed, and we'll be back. Don't go away for the second half in about 10-15 minutes.
Okay, second half just about to get underway here from Cornwall Prince Edward Island, the gold medal game at the National Men's Soccer Championships on Prince Edward Island. John Morrison with Nick Murray here. Well, let's bring you up to date. The Humber Hawks are leading Indiens Ahuntsic by a score of 1-0 on a goal by Riley Perazzo. And since then, the Humber Hawks have been able to keep a lid on Indiens.
Immediately they're on the front foot again there, John. And they made a change there. It looks like Jordan Piccinini is in the second half. Come on for Baldassari.
Oh. Hawks have opened very quickly here, putting pressure on Indien right away. They can't even get out of their own end.
Here's Machado. He's going to pull back. Here's Cody Green. Looking for some options. Plays the ball down the line, but Perazzo wasn't quite on the same wavelength, and that's gone out for a throw. For a goal kick, rather.
I think the Indiana are going to have to modify their approach here. Instead of just trying to go long to Amla to get him attacking the back line, I think they're going to have to try and work it up the field a little bit more if they can do that.
They need a little bit of a different approach, certainly. They everything they tried seemed to flounder on the two centre-backs for Humber.
Maybe that's a compliment for them.
Medeiros and Baduna, yes, indeed. They both were very strong in that first half.
It's not so much that Indiana are struggling to get forward. It's a compliment to the Humber Hawks that they're being so well marshaled by the Hawks. They haven't been able to get up the field the way they want to.
Thrown in. There's Bakayoko. Battling with
Good
Perazzo.
shielding there.
Ball's played long by Tak Dam. Cody Green with the header. Headed away by Auguste. And Green and Amla go down, and now we get a whistle. We don't quite. Oh, now he's giving it that way. That was an interesting call by the referee. Yeah. They seem to have the advantage, and now he's going to call. And and now he's changed his mind, and he's given it to Humber. So there's all kinds of confusion.
Assistant referee chimed in there and told the referee Kalich that it was Green that was fouled, and so they've switched it over.
Yep. So
this is Leal over the ball now, I guess, is it, Nick? Yeah.
Leal, number 10. He's going to swing it in, probably right-footed, looking for pitching in.
Ooh,
but not that time. He sort of skewed off his. It's
on its way to the Trans-Canada Highway.
Just think if there's any other changes there. I think Ahuntsic are as they were at the start of the game.
Yeah,
Coach over on the far side, and
hoping they can bring him home.
Cleared, not a great clearance this time by Chowdhury, and already you can hear the intensity of the game. A lot of noise out there from coaches and players, as you'd expect. Nice play there by Perazzo, skipped around, see it, and that's gone out for a throw to the Humber Hawks, which Cody Green will take. We had a nice chat with his mum and aunt there at halftime. John,
wasn't that terrific? We happened to bump into them at halftime, and we were talking a little bit about where they're from in the Toronto region, and they love the island. They were very happy to be able to get around and see parts of Prince Edward Island while they're here in between games.
So it's nice that even at the college level, we still see the family members coming and supporting their sons and their family. Here's Hoylett trying to cut in on that left-hand side as he's done most of the game. It's cleared by Lumpungu.
I think he'd have to be up there, Nick, on the list of the top players in this tournament.
Well, we'll see that at the end. I believe they're going to announce the All-Stars maybe at the end of this, John. So once the game is over, we will be staying with the coverage for the presentations and the ceremonies. So we look forward to that. But to whom they're presenting the gold medals to right now is very much in the balance.
Yeah, we're about,
just a few minutes in.
40 minutes to go.
And immediately you can sense that this game is hotting up. And we're going to be in for an enthralling last 40 minutes, which will be in keeping with the rest of the tournament, because it's been excellent, as we've said many times. The games have just been fantastic. We've thoroughly enjoyed bringing these games to you on the broadcast, and we're hoping that the end of this final is one that we'll remember for a long time.
I've certainly enjoyed it. It's been very good quality soccer for sure.
Let's see it. Looks for some options. He's going to have to go. Oh, it's a bit of a loose one. Auguste gives him a bit of a look, says, "What are you doing?" But anyway, here's Andre. And that comes off Hoylett, and that's going to be a throw-in.
So again, the second half has started with Indien trying to build up into a shooting position, and Humber's been resisting them most of the way.
Bougier goes through, but that's came off him last, says the assistant referee on the far side. So it is going to be a goal kick. Goalkeeper Singh spots the ball to his liking. He's probably going to play it long. Probably looking for maybe Pichanin.
He's got the wind at his back here in the second half.
Takdam wins that header. Henri comes in. Ball's bouncing loose though, and is pitching in. And that came off the number 19 last. So Sear is going to take this throw in. Asking a lot of Bakayoko. He had two players immediately around him, but he did win the free kick. Certainly seems a little bit frenetic and frantic out there at the moment.
Indiana are searching for a way to get through this Humber Hawks midfield and back line.
Here's somebody who can do it, Bouger, but it's just asking too much of Amla, but he does win the throw-in. Came off Badunas last as assistant on the far side. Here's Andre into Auguste. Looking for some options, has to go back. Beshmela. He turns, goes to Takdam. Goes long, asking a lot of Lumpungu, who's actually offside. Which again breaks the momentum and makes the puts the Indien back into their own half, doing some defending.
It's Captain Andre stepping into that one, I think. Nice header.
Been solid performer all the games we've seen, John, the number 2.
He's the captain for the Quebec squad as well.
All Canadian. There he is again. Scored that crucial tying goal in the semi-final. Also scored his penalty, so he certainly leads by example. Baez goes back. There's Mullin. Well done. Finds Leal. Opportunity. Here's Hoylett again, cropping up on that left-hand side as he has been doing all through this tournament. Nice to cut in. Does well. Sends it back. Opportunity for Leal.
All right. Oh, he could have done better with that one. What dynamic work there on the edge of the box by Hoylett. Outmaneuvering his man to make that pass to the penalty spot.
Certainly Andre knows he's been in a game with up against Hoylett as he has been, and that's given away a little bit by Bouchamel. Perazzo's going to get there, and that was an important challenge by Takdam. Oh, and that's
going to get to that
he's
one.
Going to get that one.
Oh, well, he saved it.
He did. And now Pichanin breaks through. What's he going to do? Is he going to pull it across? Tries to, but Takdam is there. Serious foul by Perazzo. And that's going to be a free kick. Referee Kalic just has a little word with Sear about something, or it may have been the assistant on this side, but anyway, just push him up.
Good pressing play by Humber here to stifle Indiens in their own end. Haven't been able to get things going the way they'd like. High press is working very well for the Hawks here, Nick.
Certainly is. And again, they're harrying and pressing, as you say. They've got something to cling on to, the Humber Hawks. But as we've seen in their previous 2 games, nothing has come easy to them in this tournament.
Yeah.
That's overhit, and that's going to...
Yeah, bit of a waste, that one.
Go out of play. It's good to see a good crowd there on the far side. All the teams back for the closing ceremonies at the end of this game. And Chadre hits it long. Good header again by Green. He'll be in contention for a spot on the tournament all-star team, I think, but here's Perazzo. Oh, didn't really give Leal much of a chance there, and it's going to come to Henri. Plays it in. Well intercepted by Medeiros.
There's more of that pressing play we were seeing here recently from the Hawks.
It's all in the Ahuntsic half, isn't it? Right now, they're not really able to get out of their own half because they are being pressed so highly. And then when they do get it forward, then that's what happens a bit at the moment. It's just not working for them. Amler is cutting a bit of a frustrated figure at the moment, 10 minutes into the second half.
He's been the Lone Ranger up top for Indiens. They haven't been able to get much going here in the opening part of the 45 minutes left in the game.
Headed by Takdam. Pichanin and Auguste. Here's Machado. Goes wide. Here's Hoylett again. Lumpungo's there. Going to take him on, and sure enough, he's around him again, and then it's another cross. This time, though, it can only go to the near post, and Chowdhury is able to gather.
Just a little too close to the keeper. Had to turn it back a little bit more toward the penalty spot where his guys were waiting.
Bushamaya. There's Takdam. Once again, it goes long, and Humber won't be too disappointed to see the centre-backs being the ones that are playing the long balls.
Yep. The Hawks have been everywhere they needed to be on those long searching balls.
What can they do here? Here's Bakayoko. He's got Sear on the left, but there's Green again, and he's going to go for a run here, is he? Yes, he is.
He's got all kinds of space.
There he goes. Is he going to try play it, or is he going to keep going? No, he tried to ambitious chip in the end. Holds his hand up, apologizes. I think he had almost too much time there, didn't he?
Yeah. He was in between passing it and shooting it, decided, hey, what the heck, I'll give it a go, and he had to go there, and I think he was aiming for the top left-hand corner, and he didn't get there.
And we're going to see a change. Number 13, Diadine has come into the game. Number 13. Oh, it's Diame.
Yeah, he's seeing his first action.
Diane. What position is Dione taken up there? He went on for Henri.
Frustration building there now.
There is a little bit. Henri had a pretty quiet game, I thought. He wasn't getting much joy on this left-hand side. Not the only one, of course, for the Indiens, who's found it hard to make the breakthrough.
They haven't come up with a combination to threaten the Hawks net in here in the second half. Still a long way to go. We're only about 2/3 of the way through the game.
Looks like Lumpungo's coming over onto the left-hand side now, and that's a nice turn by Perazzo. If he can keep it in, he does. Bushmeyer comes across, but again, the ball is deep inside the Ahuntsic half. They've got to find a way out of here, and they've got to start creating a little bit more themselves. Goalkeeper Singh has been a little bit of a passenger in this first 12-13 minutes for the Hawks. He hasn't had a whole lot to do.
He's way out of his net, supporting his back line.
Green to Pichanin. Green again, battling hard with Sear. There's Baez looking for Hoylett. Gets the touch, but Augusta's there first. Back to Andre, looking for some options. There's a substitute, Dione, that's just come on. Driven across, comes to Lumpungo. Lumpungo's looking for some options on his left. He got a call from Sear. It's a good ball in. It has to be dealt with by Padunas, but it's offside. And I think it was Dione that holds his hand up, and it was Amler, I think. Yeah, it was Amler.
Hawks bench telling his guys to keep working it, and they've been working hard here in the second half. They've been first to almost all the balls, pressing them high up the field. It's been a real struggle. There's winning them like that.
Is it going to be a yellow card, is it? Yeah, yellow card for is it Bouger? Referee immediately surrounded by a number of Humber Hawks who want to have a say as well, but it's a
little bit of what they call that now, chirping. A little bit of chirping out there, Nick.
Referee Kalic was in control of that, made sure that he got the card. Not for the first time, I don't think. Bourget has received a card. He certainly likes to make a nuisance of himself out there, get under the players' skins. Probably that's what he's told on the drive home from practice by his coach father.
I like the way referee Kalic has handled this game, Nick. He's one of the things he does very well is he stops and he explains things. He talks to the players, explains what's going on.
He knows what I've liked about it too. He just lets the situation just die down for a few seconds.
Yeah. He's great at diffusing things.
Yes, that's the word. Cleared by Andre. Across comes Padunas. Ayun with the throwing on the far side. Cleared by Mullen.
It's at this point in the game, Nick, where I think if you're leading 1-0, the most important part is keeping the pressure on and keeping your concentration. You know, there's still a lot of game left. You're up 1-0. You just can't take your foot off the gas. You got to keep working and keep that lead. You got that lead. You don't want to give it up.
They're certainly not sitting back, Humber Hawks. They're not sitting on this 1-0. They're the ones really that are making most of the plays in this Indien half. And Bouchamel tries to make a pass. That's getting a lot of Amla. And another whistle. And the more whistles, the better it is for the Humber Hawks. Nothing better for them than seeing this game being fragmented and broken up and referee getting involved.
Slowing the game down.
All part of the game management, which is so important today in modern soccer. Not a great header by Bushmeyer, went straight up in the air, but Sear is there to knock it back to goalkeeper Chowdhury.
We've seen this almost the entire second half here, Nick. Indiens having to work their way even up to midfield before they can start doing any business. This pressure is working a charm for the Hawks. Look at that.
Seeing it there, Machado and Leal over there, making sure that there's no easy out for Ahuntsic. And they're going to have to try and play through this press if they're going to have any chance here.
Another situation for the Quebec squad. They probably had a pretty easy run of it in the Quebec League. I think they were undefeated in the Quebec League and hardly repressed the entire season. And here today in this tournament in the final, the gold medal game, they've run into a pretty solid Humber Hawks squad.
They have. The Hawks have been good. As I say, sometimes you can tell these teams, you know, they got squeaked through. They could have been out in that first round. They could have been out in the semi-final.
Yeah, they found a way, though.
When they played Langora in that first game, they were facing elimination a couple of times in the penalty shootout. Once again, Hawks have taken their time, and Mullin's going to come across and take this throw in. Again, it's more seconds off the clock. Coach Mike Aquino to our right, yelling the instructions.
Trying to get his guys to move the ball across the field to the right-hand side.
Mullin goes down and wins another corner, and Mullin's not going to get up in a hurry.
He's quietly gone about his business very well today at the left back position.
Thought he's been great.
Yeah.
Thought he's been great today. The number 14 for Humber Hawks. Gets to his feet slowly. Sure, if there were a goal down, he'd be a little bit quicker in his. But we don't expect him to when they're a goal down. And now the Hawks will have a corner if they can do something with this. Swung in. Chowdhury had to make a save there. I think it came off his own player.
It almost went in the near post there.
It was Bakayoko, I think, who got the last touch.
That might have been going in the net.
It was. It bounced up, and that was a good save by the goalkeeper, Chowdhury. Had to be. It was a good save. But once again, it's going to be a corner by Leal.
He's had a great tournament.
He has. Yes, he has indeed. Been very impressive. Swings it in again. It's difficult to deal with, and again, it's headed behind, and it's going to be another corner this time on the right-hand side.
Hawks bench will be happy with this. They're down the other end, and the time is ticking away. Step or two at a couple of seconds and minutes closer to the gold medal for the Humber Hawks if they can hold on in this way.
Yeah, and Leal is not taking his time. He's going from one side to the other, and Auguste makes sure that there's a ball in place ready for him, but Leal's going to take his time to put the ball exactly where he wants it.
The ball can be on the line there, has to be touching the line at the quadrant there. Can be outside a little bit as long as the ball's touching the quadrant line.
Leal drives it in. That's a good one. It's come to the... and I think it was... Pitanini got his head on it. He could only sort of head it backwards, but that's a good ball in. There he is again. His opportunity. It's driven in. Nice effort. Oh, that wasn't far away.
That didn't miss by much. Yeah,
it
maybe a foot.
It certainly didn't.
Good to see him take his time and position that shot rather than pound it.
Medeiros there, and the way he held his head in his hands, I think he knew that wasn't far away.
Yeah.
Certainly had Chowdhury stretched across his goal. I don't think he was getting near it. And we're at the 65-minute mark, so 20 minutes in. And right now the script is going according to plan for the Humber Hawks. They are looking comfortable at this minute in time, John.
Yeah. I like the way they play together. They're organized. Everyone seems to know their job. They're hardworking. Got a little style and talent there. And a good representative of college soccer in Canada.
Perazzo
They've been first to every ball here, Nick, in the last 10, 15 minutes.
A little bit more appetite, it seems. Lampongo, though, plays it forward, a little bit aimless, hoping Amler's going to get there. It's cleared by Badunas. Bourgier. It's been a little bit of a periphery frigger today. He just hasn't been able to wriggle free. What can he do now? Amler, oh, didn't really get a great ball back. And that allows Humber to bring it up. Piccinini played forward, asking a lot of Leal. Andre is able to take that down on his chest and bring the ball forward. Asking a lot, and there's Mullin again, first in. That goes back. Perazzo. Sear is on him. Good play by Sear. Force Green into a hurried clearance, and that's what the Indiens need to do. I think, John, they need to be the one that's pressing and harrying the Humber Hawks, not the other way around.
That's something for them to build on here as we reach the 66-minute mark. Score is 1-0 for the Humber Hawks.
And your
gold medal game.
Quebec choir is once again in full voice.
Not quite sure what that song is. Don't recognize that one.
Doesn't sound like Seven Nation Army to me. Cleared by Machado. It's going to stay in play, I think, and Andre is going to have to go all the way back and fetch that. So we're at 1-0 to the Humber Hawks. A goal in the first half by number 3, Riley Perazzo, is what separates these two teams right now.
Humber Hawks hoping they can make that stand.
But we've seen so much late drama in the games that we've seen in this tournament that who knows, I'll be very surprised if this finishes 1-0 and referee Kalic is having a word with Mullin over on the far side about something. Don't think it's as something trivial as a throw-in, but we'll wait and see.
Should mention that if this one does end 1-1, I'm not saying it will, but if it does end 1-1, we go to extra time tonight, Nick. It'll be a 30-minute extra time and then a shootout. Previously in the tournament, it's been if it's tied at the end, there's no extra time, they go straight to the shootout. But here in the final, the gold medal game, there will be 30 added minutes. If Indiens Ahuntsic find a way to solve this Humber Hawks squad and get on the score sheet.
Just over there, they're trying be a little bit too aggressive and physical, according to referee Kalic. So it's going to be a free kick. Once again, an opportunity to play the ball in. That should be the goalkeepers. It is. And now he's going to try and build something for Ahuntsic from the back. Throws it out to Andre. Once again, it's that high press. Piccinini is coming over. And that's asking a lot of Sear. He has to go back. Duchamel just rather kicks the ball into the night sky with no real direction or purpose.
Great leap there.
Nice touch by Deune on the far side, but it's going to be a throw in too in the end.
They're pretty well wearing out this Quebec champion squad. They haven't been able to do any business at all.
Baez is going to get a card for that, I think. Is he? No. Referee certainly wants a word with Baez. Is he going to card him, or is he just going to? Yes, he is. Hand goes in. I think that's totting up, is it? Or was it Mullin? Was it or Baez? I think it's Mullin, was it, finally? Yes, it is. It's number 14. And we're going to see a change.
Coach Bergier calling for them to get out the cards there from the Quebec bench, and he's finally getting what he wanted. Is that Babioka coming off there? Yeah.
And it's Adamu that's coming in, number 19. So Adamu is into the game, and it was Bakayoko. I didn't see who went off, John. Was it number 14, Bakayoko?
Yes, it was, yeah.
So Adamu is into the game now, the number 19.
He's got good size. Might be able to get a header on this one.
Ball swung in.
Oh, nice goalkeeping.
Good game by goalkeeper Singh. Piccinini. Ball goes wide to Hoylett. He's got a little bit of space. Once again, he's running against the back line there. Andre comes across. Good play by Janelle Hoylett. Here's an opportunity. It swung in.
Oh, what a save!
Chowdhury got across. He had a good sighter of it. He was able there. He had a good. Wasn't any traffic in front of him, but it was another good effort by the Hawks.
Yeah, they're testing him. And he responded.
And he's certainly been the busier of the two goalkeepers right now. Here's number 11, Cody Green, with the throw in. Comes in, headed away. Bushmeyer. Baez knocks it in. That's a good ball. Andre had to be first there. Sear. He's fouled. And this time it is going to be a yellow card for Baez. So now the referee's going to his pocket now. Maybe in the first half that was a foul that would have just been a talking to, but now it's cards time.
And you've got to tread a little lighter. You don't want to be get in a position where you're going to be sent off and hurt your team.
So 2 yellow cards in the space of 2 minutes for the Hawks. Baez following number 14 Mullen into the referee Kalic's notebook. With 18 minutes to go, 72 minutes on the clock. Takdam's going to take this, drives it right-footed.
Well, good leap there.
Excellent defending, and Pichanin, who's worked hard since he's come on. Oh, and I think that was a little bit, so he's going to get a card for his trouble as well, the substitute.
Yeah.
If there was a...
That was a bit of a soft one.
It was really. Had to move there, I think. Yeah. I think Pichanin just felt a little bit of a hand on his back, and over he went.
You've called it exactly right. I think he felt it, and down he went, like he'd been knifed.
There wasn't a lot of contact there by the substitute who's just come on, but what it does, again, it breaks down that play. It gets Ahuntsic frustrated, and it allows Humber and Leal to put the ball into the penalty area.
They have to defend and then climb their way back all the way upfield to get into the attacking zone.
Green's gone short. Leal is going to still go long, though, and he does. And that was a foul that time by, I think it was Machado, was it? And now the ball's hit somebody else, and now he's pointing the other way, the referee. Telling him to get back.
Going to see a lot of tactical fouls here, I think, through these last 15 minutes or so.
You will. Anything to break up the play.
Good pressing again, though.
Just not letting the Indiens get out of their own half, really. Played forward by Andre. Should be dealt with by Medeiros. It is, and forces the defender backwards.
They have not been able to solve this hard-working Humber Hawk squad.
Not at all. And they're just relying now on these balls forward, hoping for a flick on. But they're just not really creating anything. This has been a very good second half by Humber Hawks. But Bushmeyer tries to come forward. He can't, and here's Leal, and he's going to get fouled by August. So there wasn't too much difference from that one than the one there was just a second ago. There was just a little bit of a touch, but this time referee Kalich said get up.
They're not going to take that play acting. There's a limit.
Into Bouger, that's a heavy touch. He's not been at the races today, the number 4, as much as he has been in the other games.
He's been well marked.
They've snuffed him out pretty well. Here's Andre. He's still dangerous, though, when he comes forward, looks for a run, and he's trying to find Amla, but once not for the first time this afternoon or through this tournament. It's Badunas playing at centre-back because of the suspension to Michael Fehoun, who was red-carded in the semi-final for that handball on the goal line. But Badunas has been excellent back there.
This is the time, if they are going to turn the screw, Indiana are going to have to start stepping it up here if they want to tie things up. This is their fourth, well, not the fourth game in 4 days for these guys. They had the day off yesterday, but still they've all been working hard and playing hard over the games they've been involved in this week, and they've really put in an effort, and some of them may be beginning to tire.
They've all been pretty tough games. Certainly the semi-finals. Humber, as we said, had a real battle in their first game. Barely got through it. While the Indians had a bit of a much easier game against Holland College in the first round. But were certainly pushed by the Sheridan Bruins in their semi-final. Bouchermeyer plays it forward, and they were down and facing defeat in that game, John, until a very late goal. So I wouldn't count them out yet by any means. They're more than capable. Auguste plays it forward. Again, though, it's hit those excellent centre-backs for the Humber Hawks. Leal tries his luck from distance. That's not going to bother goalkeeper Chowdhury.
Making sure Chowdhury's on his toes.
So we're going to give a shout out, John. The ball retrievers have been excellent in this tournament. Every ball that's gone off, there's a ball back in play within 2 or 3 seconds.
Yeah, they have been good.
And those that know Cornwall here, there's a lot of time where the ball can be knocked into another field, or there's a lot of space around this field where it would take time to get the ball back. But every time the ball comes back within a second, making sure. But here's Hoylett now going down the line. Good tackle by Andre.
Some of these ball retrievers, Nick, are youth players. Good exposure for them to see quality college soccer.
Yeah.
And good organization by the school to get students at the school out supporting the tournament and retrieving balls behind the net.
Is Hoylett. I think some of those ball retrievers were actually on my team this summer, and I think they've probably learned more doing this than they did through 3 months working with me this year.
I know there's still a few minutes left in the game, but I think, Nick, it's time to say that I wouldn't say they've thrown in the towel yet, but I think they're getting to the point pretty soon where they're going to have to give up. They haven't been able to do anything. I don't
think give up is really the right word, but they need to try something different, because right now, but it only takes a set piece. It's still only 1-0, and we've still got 13 minutes to go, so we've got all kinds of time left yet.
Maybe I'm a little too quick on the draw for that, but just judging on the play, it just seems like they just haven't been able to do the business. Somebody's down.
I think it's Hoylett on the far side. It might be one of those cramp situations that we've seen quite a bit of this week.
Yeah, or maybe it's just an attempt to slow things down a little bit more and keep the momentum on the Hawks side of the field and not allow Indiens to build up a head of steam. And
indeed, it is that cramp. Not for the first time. We've seen the leg go back and the physio
stretching
it out as best he can.
Getting that muscle relaxed and get it stretched out. It cramps up with the lack of oxygen and lack of hydration. I don't think we can blame the field.
We certainly can't blame the heat. That's one thing we can't blame for dehydration.
We've got about 10 minutes, probably a minute or two of extra time to be added on here.
We'll see another change there by Ahuntsic in a moment. It's Jonathan Clairvaux that's going to come on. Just making his way to the fourth official below us. Sia. Well intercepted by Perazzo. Piccinini goes back to Leal. Out on the far side to Hoylett, who seems fine after that little bit of attention he had just a moment ago. Good challenge came in there from Andre. Here's Auguste into Sia. What are we going to see here now? Goes down the Adamu here. Here's Sia, drives it in right-footed, headed away again, this time by Badunas. Out to August, goes wide. It's the substitute, good. And that came off, it came off an Indiens player there. Again, it was, that time it was Deune.
This has been a great showcase for Canadian college soccer this week on Prince Edward Island, Nick. We've been impressed by the quality of play, the skill and technique that we're seeing from these dozens of players representing their province at this national tournament. So hats off to them, their programs. They're doing the right thing. We're seeing some terrific soccer here. And I'm sure that they'll all be going away from the tournament enjoying their time here on the island and this great experience.
We certainly hope so, John. As I say, it's certainly not through lack of effort by the organising committee, who've been absolutely first class here. Everybody at Holland College, especially athletics director Albert Roach. Just to confirm that substitution a second ago, Lampongo has gone off, and it's Clairvaux that's in. So Clairvaux is now in. So Coach Bougier is trying to make some changes here to somehow find a way of getting through this excellent Humber Hawks midfield and defensive rear guard. But as you said there just a second ago, I corrected you on giving up, but certainly they need to find some new ideas from somewhere. Yeah. And now they've got some more defending to do, because here's Leal. Oh, good tackle there.
Good tackle, yeah.
Great tackle by Andre, who's been one of the outstanding defenders in the whole tournament. I think we'll see his name on the All-Star team when it's announced at the end of this game. And Padunas there kicks that ball out of, and then again, what was that? Half a second before a ball retriever had that ball back in.
It's great to see.
Excellent there, just excellent. And there's another one behind the goal.
When they do lose the ball, the Hawks have been very good as well, Nick, at getting back from midfield back into a position to again stop up the Indiens and prevent them from really building up something in a shot on goal.
They have.
They're very well trained.
The work that they've done without the ball, I think, is probably just as much a key as anything there to their success. If they are going to go home with the gold medal, it's that organisation when the Indiens have the ball, and it's just been so difficult for Ahuntsic to be able to create anything of any real value.
They come up with a formula, a recipe for stuffing the Quebec champions here today so far. We've gone more than 80 minutes. There have been a few chances, a few crumbs, but nothing really what you would call a golden chance to score for L'Indien.
Maybe early when there was that back pass by Green that left goalkeeper Singh a little bit high and dry.
Other than that, I think that's it.
But other than that, we've not really seen goalkeeper Singh have to make a save. He's been a virtual spectator, really, apart from picking out a few crosses and back passes.
I hope he's got a warm kit on.
The 84th minute now, 6 minutes to go.
It's been tough sledding for L'Indien to get out of their own end here in the second half. They haven't been able to build anything. And that's a credit to the Hawks. A little high press they've used to keep L'Indien from getting going. They won a lot of balls off of that in the midfield. Makes life a lot easier when you're starting the game at midfield and you don't have to worry about...
And he goes down again. Nice shot. And Chowdhury and Sear is going to get a yellow card, or is it going to be a card for dissent? I think it was in the direction of, is it Pichanin that got the card? I think he was looking for a foul, and
Hoylett's on the deck.
Referee Kalic wasn't too interested. Who was it on the deck? It's not Hoylett. I think it's Mullen, is it? Hoylett's wandering over to take the corner kick.
Yeah, Mullen got one up the back of the leg there, I think, and maybe some studs in his leg, and he's...
Or has it gone down with cramp again? Maybe it is cramp. Referee Kalic this time wasn't too interested, and when Pichanin decided to tell him what he thought, came the card again.
Keeper Singh has come way out of his net to midfield. He's giving a talk to his guys and telling them to keep it up. There's only a few minutes to go. They're only a few minutes away from the gold medal. The reason they came to Prince Edward Island this week to become the national champions of collegiate national champions, Canada.
And right now, if they do hold on, it would be an excellent performance, a different type of performance than what we've seen. Maybe it hasn't had the drama of some of the late, those finishes that we've seen in the other games. I'm not saying we're not going to see it, but this has been a great exercise in game management.
That's the strength of Hoylett there in the corner, just brushing Quebec players aside. They're going to press deep. They don't want to let them get out. They're not going to let them out. They're not going to let them have an easy out.
So he has to go back, and it's still having to go back, and it's just not even cleared.
Yeah.
Bushamaya there just didn't do anything with that one, and in the end it's just gone out. And once more, the ball is with the Humber Hawks. And once more, you know it's going to be a few seconds before they throw this one in. They're going to get organised. There it comes, right into the corner again. Maybe a bit early yet for corner, is it, John? It's still 5 minutes to go, pretty much.
Every second counts.
But while the ball is down there right now. And again, it's mishit this time by Auguste. This time Hoylett's adjudged to be a foul, but look how quickly the Hawks are in there trying to keep that ball in. But now Ahuntsic may be able to clear it. Goalkeeper Chowdhury, so an opportunity to get some bodies forward, which they haven't really done with any great regularity in this half.
That one hangs in the sky, and the Humber
problem.
Hawks, as they have been so much today, first to the ball.
Pumped forward, looking for a runner. How's this going to be dealt with? Just as it has been all afternoon. It's a good clearance. Boujaye forward. Here's Boujaye. Can he find somebody? He's got a little bit of space. He's going to take on Medeiros. Great play there. What fantastic defending that was by Medeiros. He just stepped across Boujaye.
Cut him off on the ball.
Then he got a little touch, and down he went, and sits down on the floor and points at Boujaye and says to referee, Khalid, ref, I think he pulled me back. He kicked me, and, you know, it's him, number 4. He's over.
Get the cards out.
Yep. We know what it's
put
about.
Hoylett in play here, yep.
Again, they like that corner on that left-hand side, and here it is again. What do you think, John? Right to the corner, or is he going to try and cut in?
I think he's going to pause there. Nope, he's...
Goes down, free kick, and more time, and this is just playing right into the hands right now of the Humber Hawks. It really is. It's.
I think the Indiens know the end is near. C'est fini, I think they would say in Quebec.
They just haven't had an answer today to the way that the Hawks have gone about their business. Right on the edge there too, John. That could have easily been a penalty. It's going to be Leal with the kick.
They don't want to open the door to a counterattack off of this, so they're going to have to be careful. They're all well back, making sure that doesn't happen.
I think he's just going to drive this at goal. I think if there's only Peachanine that's in there, and sure enough.
Yeah.
Bit of a waste in the end. He would have been better maybe just knocking it back in the corner and wasting another 45 seconds.
Letting them go get it. Yep.
But in the meantime, he's at least allowed Ahuntsic to get the ball down the field, which they do, but chances are it's going to be a Hawks head on this. And it's cleared again. And here we go. Oh, this is going to be perfect for Hoylett. Here he goes.
You're going to have a go?
Yes, he tries to cut in, and this time he does overrun it. I'm going to get an indication by the 4th official in just a couple of minutes, but there hasn't been too much stoppages, John. I don't think if the Indiens are hoping that the referee is going to put 5 or 6 minutes on that board, I think they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, I don't think, I think there'll be maybe 2, maybe 3 minutes at the tops, I would say, Nick.
We haven't even seen that many substitutions in this second half. Both coaches are really sort of going with what they have here.
And those last extra minutes seem like hours if you're hoping the game will be over and you can walk off with a medal.
Right in that corner again. Here we go. Great management. When you've got a player like Hoylett who's so strong, well, this time he does overrun the ball a bit, so it is an opportunity.
They're 115 yards away from the Hawks' goal.
And here's the board. 3 minutes, says 4th official Corey Deagle below us. 3 minutes. So this is it. It's last chance, but they've got to get the ball first. And Machado's going to run this right into the corner. Oh, just beaten first. And once again, ball retrievers there, straight into the arms of the Indiens.
There's hardly been any slowdown at all with that excellent work the ball retrievers have done.
There's any hope that you think they've got of kicking the ball out and wasting 30 seconds. There's no chance of that because the ball is coming straight back. I can't get there. Again, it's just played forward, but again, it just hits Cody Green this time, and he goes forward and picked up by Chowdhury, who throws it in. Here's Takdam, the centre back. What can he do? Driven forward, headed away. Auguste. And the midfield has just disappeared here for the Ahuntsic team. As the second half has gone on, they just have not been able to lay a glove on the Humber Hawks at all. And it's a goal kick.
That has to be a corner. That has to be a corner.
Well, that's what the Hawks are saying, but
went off the centre back. He put it
It
out.
certainly looked like it from here. But again, they just they can't find anybody right now. Everything that they do is intercepted by the Hawks.
The press is working like a charm for the Hawks.
Tried to foul him, but well, he comes away with it, and I think you'll see a foul here, will you? Oh, there's a bit of a weak one. Pichanin working hard.
They've been first to every ball.
And
going to see a last-second sub.
Hawks are going to send on number 7, Isaiah Reed, and I think this may be, is this his first action, John? I don't think.
Seen him. This is the first time I've seen him in the tournament.
So number 7, Isaiah Reed.
Not sure who went out there. Did we see who's? He hasn't gone on yet, so we'll wait and see what happens.
We'll wait and see. There's a. Looks like, is it? Hoylett's going off.
Yeah.
Probably got a bang holding his shoulder or EO or something.
Physical player. Seen a lot of, I wouldn't call it abuse, but he's seen a lot of attention.
Been great today.
Yeah.
Been great for his team. Real team player. Well, this is it then. This must be it, Ahuntsic. You've got to get something from him this. But first of all, you've got to get it past Badunas. Bechamel with the header. Ball's bouncing around. What we got here?
Somebody should have got that
Ball's
one.
played in. That's not a bad knock. Looking for a handball. It's not there. Auguste drives it. It hits, and the flag's gone up. And that's going to be it. They all think it's the final whistle. It isn't.
No. They have a few more seconds to wait before they get their hands
Almost
on that
there.
gold.
Almost there.
Celebration is primed.
This might be it. This might be it. Referee looks at his watch. I think we're going to see it. There it is. The whistle's gone in his mouth, and there it is. The final whistle has gone. And the Humber College Hawks are the 2018 CCAA National Men's Soccer Champions. An excellent performance this evening. They really stifled, John, the Indiens du Collège Ahuntsic. They just didn't give the Quebec champions really a sniff. It was the perfect way to play a 1-0 game. They scored relatively early. They held on. And,
classy.
The disappointed players from Ahuntsic take a seat, but I think deep down they must know that today they were second best.
They were. And it's no shame on them. They had a good tournament. They can go home happy knowing they got to the final. And we saw some great soccer from them earlier on in the tournament. So hats off to them, and bon chance on the way home for the Quebec squad. They leave here without a medal.
No, silver
but they
medal.
can hold their, without the gold medal, and they can hold their head. They can hold their head high.
Stay tuned for Player of the Game presentations, as well as the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship Awards ceremony.
So we will be staying with you on air for the awards,
Yep.
John and I. But just a quick summary, John, of overall the tournament that we've seen in the last 4 days.
Well, the thing that I think of most watching these games that we've seen, I think we did, maybe 14 games, Nick?
14 games, that's correct, yep.
I think that the quality of the play, the technique and skill, the athleticism, and also the sportsmanship. There was a little bit of bad language here and there, but all in all, I saw players picking up the opposition player after a foul. Someone fell down and got hurt. There was someone there helping them up. It's good to see sportsmanship still alive in soccer. Great play. I think the Hawks are a well-deserved champion. We saw good play from the Western contingent, the Capilano Blues, and the Ukes out of Alberta, and Langara coming back today and showing well. Ontario squad's Sheridan Bruins showing well, playing with only 7 men in the game to get into the bronze beginning of the bronze game yesterday. And the celebrations are continuing here to our left in the Humber Hawks squad as they can't wait to see the medals that they're going to get.
I think today was a triumph of team over individual. I think today. I think we saw that the teamwork and the effort that they put in. I mean, there were some good performances, some very good performances, but I think overall, in what you saw in the game today, the individuals that make up the Ahuntsic team, they were snaffled out really by just the teamwork and the effort by the certainly by the midfield. The work that the midfield did today for Humber Hawks I thought was absolutely outstanding, and the way they defended from the front.
That press worked great for them.
It certainly did, and really all the Indiens just couldn't get anything going at all. They were just trying lots of long balls from the back.
Had no answer. Couldn't get the ball in the danger area and weren't able to do the things that they were able to do earlier in the tournament when they overran a number of teams. And here they are, came up second best here today, but still they had a pretty good tournament.
Certainly did. They just didn't really, Amla didn't really get in the game this afternoon. Bourget certainly didn't. Henri faded.
The Hawks were a perfect match for them
as
today.
the game went on, I think you just saw the Hawks get stronger and stronger. And as you said there during the commentary, the Indiens just hit a brick wall. And
had no answer.
They
had
didn't.
No answer, did they?
They didn't. But just to go back to what we said there, I think it has been an excellent tournament. With the quality of some of the goals we've seen has been absolutely phenomenal. I think some of the goalkeeping has been fantastic.
Yeah,
two good goalkeepers
saves
today. I think every goalkeeper, every team has a goalkeeper that can look back and. But we'll just get the player of the game presentations first.
Goalkeeper Chaudry had a number of great saves, Nick, didn't he, in the game?
Yes, he did.
Keeping it as close as it was.
He's getting the player of the game award for the Indiens, which probably shows whenever a goalkeeper gets player of the game, you know that they've had a lot to do. Badunas, and I don't think anybody would complain about his performance today. I thought he was excellent.
Yeah.
I thought he was outstanding. Him and Medeiros today just did not give the Indiens anything to feed off of. So yeah, a good shout there for player of the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain with us for the National Championship Awards ceremony, which will begin in just a few minutes.
So all the other teams are, or most of them anyway, are gathered around the stadium.
Looks like they're all here, which is good. I always like to see that for the gold medal game. I think that's I think that shows a sense of importance and a sense of occasion. I think a sense of respect too to the two teams that got to the final.
Yeah, it's nice to see. And they're all coming into the center circle now to take part in the ceremony that they're lining up. And a nice conclusion of the tournament, isn't it, Nick, to see all the teams here, as you say, and they're all going to be taking part in the final ceremony. There'll be an announcement of, I guess, what is it called? The All-Star team, I guess you call it?
The All-Star team. I think they are going to make an announcement for that, so we can, I think you and I have sort of, throughout the week, have been mentally judging the players who would we put in the All-Star team. So we'll see how many of our selections are agreed upon by the coaches.
Yeah, we'll see how we stack up against the experts. That's great to see. Holland College boys in their dark red sweaters here, finishing the tournament well.
Finished today. Seems a long time ago, that game this morning. They tied the Tommies 2-2.
Yeah.
And to claim 7th place, the Tommies were 8th.
They're still celebrating there in the Hawk Huddle. A great moment for them. There's going to be some the medal awards, and then we'll hear that All-Star situation.
Goodness, the weather's abated. This wouldn't be very pleasant if we'd had that rain and the wind, which we'd had at various times this week. Right now there's no danger, thankfully, of anything blowing away.
Pick that mic up and test it for me.
Some friends and family and supporters gathering around for the closing ceremonies.
Did see a number of supporters from the various schools as we made our way in and out of the ground every day. Said number from the Humber Hawks were here, and a good contingent who will follow in. Ahuntsic.
After the presentation to Ken, then it's
It's picture time. Want to send a picture back home off your phone? This is the spot to do it. A lot of folks out get their phone out and capturing this moment for historical purposes. Maybe sending one back home right across the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We are now ready to begin the awards ceremony. To begin the activities, please welcome Albert Roach, host chair for Holland College.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Holland College, we take pride in hosting the country, and this is one of our favorite events, soccer and men's soccer. I appreciate all the schools that came all this way and put up some tremendous soccer. The illustration of talent and the student athletes on display here shows what potential Canada has, and as Jason DeVos said in his guest appearance the other night, that the future of men's soccer on the world stage is in your hands, so keep developing, keep working it. Thank you for the schools that have spent all this money to come this way and put you guys on display for the ACAA and the CCAA. We appreciate the confidence that they put in our school to host such a prestigious event. I'd like to say thank you to my staff and the horde of volunteers that came forward to make this event work. It is indeed our privilege to put on this show. I also want to thank the players and the heads of delegation and others, coaching staff, who were actively involved in commemorating this event and playing for the memories of soldiers and others that have committed and sacrificed to give us this opportunity to play. So thank you, everyone. Again, congratulations to the winners. Everyone comes to this championship with a goal in mind, and sometimes we're more measured by how we lose than how we win. But certainly the character will show as you remember the week and use what you gained here in terms of experience to build yourself into a leader in the future. On behalf of Holland College, thank you all for coming. It is again our honor to host the championship. Well done.
Thank you, Albert. It is now time to present the future host banner to the 2019 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship hosts, Durham College. I would ask Ken Babcock, Athletics and Recreation Director at Durham College, to come forward. Congratulations, guys. We know you're going to do a great job.
So the 2019 event will be at Durham College,
Oshawa, Ontario.
Thank you, John. Your geography has been a great help this weekend, pointing out some of the places that you may be more familiar with than myself. So
It's one of the few subjects I was good at in school, Nick. I guess it's still with me.
So I'm sure all these 8 teams here will be hoping to be here again in 12 months' time.
I'll be glad to get my 2 coats and 4 jackets off, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, to assist with the presentation of the Exemplary Leadership Award, please welcome Wade Colmel. Mesdames et messieurs, le prix de l'esprit sportif est présenté à the Exemplary Leadership Award goes to the Nate Ooks.
That's nice.
Something for the Ooks to put on their clubhouse wall when they get home. I'm not saying they would have preferred the gold medals, but at least they go home with something, a reward for their fine tournament this week.
Maintenant, c'est le temps d'annoncer par excellence pour le championnat canadien du soccer masculin. It is time to announce the All-Stars for the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship.
I think we might see some of those Ooks on this list.
From the Holland Hurricanes, number 6, Bobby Gamba.
So Bobby Gamba there, who scored today the opening goal for the Hurricanes. Seems a long time ago now, but was solid at the back for the Hurricanes. Gamba, he had a very good tournament.
Yep.
From Newfoundland.
A couple of those Ooks guys, I think that Ducouli, you and I were talking about the players we liked.
From the St. Thomas University Tommies, number 3, Kyle Yearwood.
Maybe no surprise there either. We were very impressed with Yearwood this week.
Yeah, all-Canadian player.
Excellent. He certainly led the Tommies as best as he could. Defensive midfielder, very strong. And read the game very well in all the games that we saw. So well deserved for Yearwood.
From the Nate Ooks, number 21, Matthew McLean.
So the big centre back, McLean. Scored a hat-trick of penalties in their game the other day on the losing side, unfortunately for him, in their semi-final.
He's just the size of guy that coaches love to see at center back. He's about 6'4", the big fella.
Certainly is.
From the Langara Falcons, number 9, James Miller.
So there's one that I think we were both very impressed with Miller this week. Had to leave the game early this morning, maybe with some concussion syndromes possibly, after he got hit in the head by the ball.
The thing I like about Miller was he could play up, he could go back, he was a center back, played midfield, he even attacked at times.
He did. I'm very
From
impressed with Miller.
From the Capilano Blues, number 11, Jeremy Monjazinger.
Another important goal scorer for the Blues there on this week in the tournament.
Did. Saw him get those couple of goals. This set them on their way to play in that bronze medal game today. Unfortunately, it didn't work for them. Monjazinger had a very good tournament.
From the Sheridan Bruins, number 6, Anthony Wright.
Yeah.
There's the centre back, very strong there, Anthony Wright. Congratulations to him.
Wright was one of the 7 guys left on the field when the Bruins survived that onslaught from Langara.
Le du Collège Ahuntsic, numéro 2, number 2, Yves Saint-André.
No surprise there either. Andre, another All-Canadian there. I always like it, John, when the All-Canadians also show up for the, and play well in the final tournaments. It shows that, how committed they are, and it's not just about the regular season, but it's at this time of the year when it really
confirms their quality.
Yeah.
Number 6, Charles Auguste.
Charles Auguste, also excellent tournament. One of the best players in the centre of midfield there. Very creative. I'm sure he'll be disappointed. He just couldn't really get going today. But he wasn't the only one of the Indiens. So well snuffed out by the Humber
Hawks. Number 6, Stavros Badounas.
Yeah.
Again, no surprise there. I think if we're looking at a player of the tournament, he may even get my vote for that, Badounas. I thought he was outstanding today.
Yeah. He seemed to be an old head at the game, didn't he, Nick? He just seemed to know where to be and
From
what
the
was
Humber
coming.
Hawks,
Yep.
number 9, Jamil Hoylett.
Jamil Hoylett. No arguments there either. The work rate that he put in.
Great at holding up the ball.
Terrific work rate. Real example of a team player.
From the Humber Hawks, goalkeeper Carmen Singh.
So important in that first shootout there when you made, what, 3 saves, which kept the Hawks in. Otherwise, they may not have even made it through that game.
Didn't have a lot of work to do in the final, but he was backing up his guys all the time. Talking at them all the time, too. Important for goalkeepers to be talking to the back line.
Congratulations to the
Absolutely.
National All-Stars. Félicitations.
So congratulations to those guys. Excellent tournaments, one and all. Very well deserved.
I would now ask Wade Comel, National Convener for Men's Soccer, to come forward to say a few words.
It's a nice sight, that, isn't it, Nick? The teams all in the circle there and the Canadian flag and the championship banners. Great to see.
It is. It is. It gives it a, to me, it gives the tournament a nice finish. So congratulations to all of those guys on their awards.
To oversimplify things a little bit, a soccer game is a game, and a game's supposed to be fun. And in order for that to happen, a whole bunch of people come together, and they came together at this tournament here. And many of you know this, and often we walk by people or we don't have a chance to actually acknowledge the fact that a whole bunch of moving parts come together for a tournament such as this, for a season such as you guys all had. And for that, I want to take a moment and talk about some of the great things and some of the people that helped make this year in the CCAA soccer community, so successful, and it accumulates today. At our event here, you got administrators, volunteers, medical staff. At the event, the game ball people did an amazing job of trying to keep our games flowing and everything moving, and I'm just so impressed, and many of us are so impressed with the volunteer team, the webcast crew that put all of the time and energy in, and our referees that came from afar, and our head of delegations that came and donated, made a big part of their life to be part of this event. And of course, Albert and his team at Holland College. There's so many moving parts here, and I just want to ask all of you boys to put your hands together with a big round of applause for all of the people that helped make this event so successful. As convener, there's many amazing moments throughout the year. So many other soccer players that would have done anything to be in this moment today under these lights at this ceremony. And I just want to say, really take a moment and really be reflective once upon a time about the event you had this week, the experiences you had, and really take it all in. And let's end our weekend with a nice, really respectful time here in PEI, and just take a moment to thank someone on your way out. So thank you very much, and look forward to Durham next year.
Thank you, Wade. It is now time to present the most valuable player for the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship. Le meilleur joueur du tournoi pour le championnat canadien de soccer masculin. The most valuable player for the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship is, from the Humber Hawks, number 9, Jamil Hoylett.
Yeah.
Good choice. Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Did as much as anything, and I was extremely impressed with the semi-final game when they went down to those 10 men, and Hoylett was coming back, and he was defending, and he was working as hard as anybody. He's the epitome of a team player.
Well deserved.
I think that's the important thing.
Pour présenter les médailles accueillantes, to assist with the medal presentation, please welcome Dave Monroe, CCAA Vice President of Programs. The bronze medal winners are the Sheridan Bruins. When we call your name, please step forward to accept your medal. Number 1, Chester Ashby.
Great goalkeeper.
Had a great tournament, didn't he? Very good.
Number 2, Craig Cuizon.
Didn't see a lot of play, but he's a big part of the team.
Number 3, Jesse Bibby.
Steady back there for the Bruins, Bibby.
Number 4, Darren Cadu.
Got some playing time there late in the game.
Number 5, Sheldon Rogers.
Went off injured in the semi-final.
Number 6, Anthony Wright.
There's
Tower
Wright,
of power.
Outstanding, yes. Yeah, he'll feel better. I believe
Number
it was Wright
7,
that missed the
Francis
penalty, I
Enya
think,
Jr.
in the semi-final, so he'll feel a lot better now, hopefully.
Number 8, Fred Enya.
Freddie Emmy up.
Number 9, Cyrus Rollix.
There's Rollix, who we were very impressed with as well.
Number 10, Raheem Thorpe.
Thorpe was injured, couldn't complete the tournament.
Number 11, Malik Babouli.
Got some playing time late in the game.
Number 12, Michael Kresminski.
Big tournament for him. Got red carded in the
Number 13,
second
game, yeah.
Delgado.
scored today, I believe. Did he not? I think
He
got
did,
one of
yeah.
the 6 goals for
Number
Sheridan.
14, Gavian Valdez. Number 15, Richard Enya. Number 16, Alex Needs.
Needs had a good tournament.
Yeah, he
It's
did.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Number 17, Christian Lopak.
yeah. Scored an important goal.
Lopak with the winning goal yesterday, part
Number
of the
18,
Magnificent
Edgar
Seven.
Colonel. Number 19, Diego Poveda.
Got some playing time late there today.
Number 20, Carlyle Mckennon. Number 21, Justin Dworak. Number 22, Sundin Esperance.
Yeah, Esperance kind of the heart and soul of that squad.
Number 23, Elijah De Los Santos.
Came into the game in goal.
Head coach, Andrew Surridge.
Coach not here today. I think they're going to pick up the medal for him.
Assistant coaches, Raf Bell. And Murad Sukru. Ladies and gentlemen, the bronze medal winners, the Sheridan Bruins. The silver medal winners are, les gagnants de la médaille d'argent, sont les Indiens du collège Ahuntsic. Le numéro 19, Kwasi Cédric Adamou. Le numéro 15, Luis Enrique Alonsopa. Le numéro 9, Sean Altidore Villa. Le numéro 22, Olivier Jocelyn Amilcar. Le numéro 12, Kodzo Mawonyo Ludwig Amla.
Just couldn't get going today,
Le
Amla.
numéro
The
2,
early
Vincent
chance in
André.
the first half in the game that fell to him, and he couldn't direct it in, and really that was the only
Le numéro
opportunity
6,
he had.
Charles Auguste. Le numéro 14, Habib Masuyo Bakayoko.
Bakayoko got some playing time today.
Le numéro 5, Bilal Bouchmea. Le numéro 4, Quentin Bourget.
Just couldn't get it going today, Bourget.
Le
Excellent
numéro
games in
16,
this
Tommy
tournament,
Brassard.
but was well marshalled by that Hawks midfield.
Le numéro 1, Marc-Antoine Chaudry.
There's the big keeper. Made some good saves today.
Le numéro 18, Jonathan Clairvaux. Le numéro 3, Zachary Cyr.
Zach Cyr, he certainly gave his heart and soul
Le
for the
numéro
team this
23,
weekend.
Rinaldi Désir. Le numéro 13, Alhaj Suareba Diawen. Le numéro 16, Brian Gigrego. Le numéro 11, Antoine Henry. Le numéro 17, Thomas Litted. Le numéro 20, Moisy Lepognou. Le numéro 8, Mohamed Amin Merzougi. Et le numéro 21, Amin Zouhir Takdam. The head coach, l'entraîneur-chef des Indiens, François Bourget. Assistant coaches, les entraîneurs adjoints, Godling Alactus et Ibrahima Sori Silla. Ladies and gentlemen, les Indiens du collège Ahuntsic. Enfin, les médailles d'or pour le championnat canadien du soccer masculin 2018 de la CSC. And now the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Championship gold medal winners, the Humber Hawks. Goalkeeper Nick Fernetti.
Backup goalkeepers for the Hawks had a pretty relaxing time this weekend.
Sting.
They have a nice togetherness, the Hawks. There's just something about them.
Sebastian Zavalos.
No, I agree with you. As you said there, as a team,
Number 2, Jamie
they
Scott.
were excellent. Scott didn't get in the game today, but he made some valuable contributions this week.
Number 3, Riley Perazzo.
And the goal scorer, Perazzo, scored in the first
Number
half.
4, Malik Arad.
And the rest of them made it stand up.
He certainly did.
Number 5, Michael Fahan.
Fahan, whose tournament ended early with that red card in the
Number 6,
semi-final.
Stavros Badunas.
Handball on the goal line, and Mendy was suspended for today, but
Number 7, Isaiah Reed.
I wouldn't say they didn't miss him, John, but the way the centre-backs today played for the Humber
Number
Hawks
8,
shows they
Nicholas
were
Machado.
well backed up in that position.
They're deep.
Number 9, Janelle Hoylett. Number 10, Federico Leal. Number 11, Cody Green.
Had a great tournament.
Certainly his penalty celebrations were one of the
Number
things I'll
12,
remember
Osman Hussein.
from this tournament. When he scored that winning goal, as I said, he ran 3 times around the field before anybody
Number 14,
even got close.
Julian Mullen.
He didn't want them jumping on him.
No, he didn't, but they caught up with him soon enough.
Number 15, Tomas Balicki. Number 18, Mark Medeiros.
Solid.
Medeiros was excellent. Terrific centre-back
Number
performance
19,
by
Jordan
him.
Pekinen.
Keenan and Baldassara there. They were the hold-up guys up front for the Hawks.
Number 20, Dominic Guidicini. Number 22, Alex Baez.
Baez had a good game today, part of that midfield wall, which did not give
Number
any room
23,
at all to
Luca
us in the end.
Baldassari.
Baldassari puts that shift in along with Pitanin at the front.
Head coach of the Hawks, Mike Aquino. Assistant coaches, Alex Sabatini. Rick Fonseca, Jason Mesa, and Dominic Lentil. Ladies and gentlemen, the gold medal winners, the Humber Hawks.
Well-earned medal for them. National championship. Great to see. I really enjoyed it this week, Nick.
I thought it was excellent. Said many times everything about this tournament.
Wade Colmel and Dave Monroe will now present the championship trophy and banner to the 2018 CCAA Men's Soccer National Champions, the Humber Hawks.
It's the moment that all 8 teams were hoping for at the start of this tournament. At the end of it, of course, there's only one team standing. And that is the Humber Hawks, as the championship banner is unfurled.
Maybe Green will run around the field with a trophy for us.
Maybe he will. Take his shirt off. It's a bit cool. Again, we had a nice chat with his mum and his aunt before, just before the second half there, and all enjoying the hospitality that the host committee have provided here this week. So as the teams drift away then, John, big thanks to everybody. Brian McRae in the production. Michael Thomas behind us, the excellent job as announcer.
Pretty on the camera today. Jade Stewart doing some camera for us.
Bethany McDougall.
Thank you to the teams, officials.
And once again, just a big shout out to Albert Roach for the great work that everybody has done here. It's been a real pleasure bringing you this broadcast the last 4 days. I know I can certainly say, and I know you agree with me, John, that it really has been a great advertisement for student soccer, college soccer. You know, seeing these student athletes compete at this level has been excellent. Some excellent games, and I think we'll all go away with some good memories from this tournament.
I enjoyed it, Nick, and I'm glad we were part of it to contribute the way we have. And good luck to all the teams here, and they progress through their education and their sporting activities.
Indeed, and big thank you to those that tuned in, enjoyed our broadcast. And if you're a Humber Hawks fan, congratulations to you. As the boys celebrate, this is Nick Murray and John Morrison. Thank you for joining us this week, and hopefully we'll see you again in 12 months' time.
Great job. Yes. We'll see you next year.